Yellow weather warnings for rain and thunderstorms have been extended to much of the UK, with flooding and disruption expected to continue into the start of next week. Heavy rain this weekend has already led to an increase in sewage flowing into the country's rivers and waterways, with campaigners now warning of the impact to the environment. Our science correspondent Thomas Moore reports.
It doesn't take much for Britain's sewage system to be overwhelmed. Weeks of dry weather in the southeast of England gave way to rain, heavy at times, but only briefly. And yet overflows began to discharge into rivers, a mix of polluted water from the streets and in some cases effluent from treatment plants that couldn't cope. On the River Thames, campaigners were furious.
We haven't had rain for over a month. River levels are very low, so any runoff that's going in has been left on the roads, left on our ground for a long time. It's going to be super concentrated into a low level of water. Fish are in a stressed state because the water is too warm.
An amber weather warning covered a large section of the southeast of England. Data shows water companies quickly started discharging from sewage overflows, particularly Thames and Southern Water. At midday, there were 75 outlets actively pouring into rivers, and there were another 164 that had been discharging sewage in the previous 48 hours.
It's just sad to know that Thames Water are dumping so much raw sewage at any opportunity and any excuse, and they're just ruining the river for everybody.
The Thames should not be in the state it's in now. There's no excuse for it.
My daughter, she really enjoys swimming in the River Thames, and now we have to be really careful. We have to check online to see if there's been any sort of sewage outfalls recently, so that we can be sure that the water's safe.
A report this week from the Environment Agency showed pollution incidents in England reached a record high in 2024, up 60% from the year before. Ageing infrastructure combined with population growth and urban sprawl means there are thousands of outflows like this discharging rainwater and sewage into our rivers. The system cannot cope now, and yet in future climate change will mean rainfall is more intense and more frequent. Thames Water said so many of its overflows were discharging because its new Thames Tideway tunnel, designed to soak up stormwater, was temporarily shut down as part of key tests that had to be carried out during heavy rain. Southern Water said storm overflows prevent sewage backing up into people's homes, and it's investing £1.5 billion to reduce them in future. But the Water Commission is expected to recommend next week that the industry regulator, Ofwat, is replaced with much tighter enforcement of environmental standards. Thomas Moore, Sky News in Henley.